Welcome back, everybody, to the 100% free-to-play Shadowverse 0 to Hero series, showing you how I started the account with absolutely nothing and how I take it to the highest rank in the game. That's going to be Group Diamond. I've already done it. I'm a hero, everybody. So what do we do now? Well, let's see how far we can carry this win streak. As you can see at the top, we've got a 4-match win streak, everybody, here in Diamond. Let's see how far we can take this, everybody. All right, we are up against, Abysscraft. I haven't played against Abysscraft for a little while. By the way, full disclosure, technically one of those wins, I just got into Diamond recently. Just became a hero, finally. One of those wins was in Sapphire right before I got to Diamond.
Well done.
All right, what do we think about this? Apprentice Astrologer is going to be totally fine. Juno, this is a card I've been kind of testing out in RuneCraft. This is not exactly a spell RuneCraft deck for those that don't already know. Anagrea is always just so good. We're going first. Oh gosh, do I have to get rid of this? I still don't really know how people are playing Abysscraft decks yet, unfortunately. Okay, well, we traded the Quan in and we got a Quan. All right, it's a good trade. And yeah, man, for those that watched the last video, I'm still honestly, I'm still kind of racking my brain trying to figure out, like, why are these opponents so bad? All right, I don't think we need 2 of these necessarily. This is a little bit of a lack of experience for me, knowing whether I should keep those, both of those or not. Right? This Sage Light teaching, actually, I'm probably going to go ahead and just crank up the runes, actually. And then show y'all how ridiculously good this Juno can be. Now, I am going to take some damage if I do that, but like I could just Stormy Blast, save myself pretty decent damage. But I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Maybe these videos are going to get a little repetitive. I just keep talking about how I'm so interested in this visionary Alchemist Juno, and keeps being really good, by the way, also. The fact that we don't have evolution up here is going to hurt a little bit. Y'all saw me. I tried mulliganing away these Quans to get a little bit more early game, but was just never able to get it. So I need to actually stave off the bleeding here just a little bit. All right, this should be pretty good, though. We're going to take a little bit more, and then next turn we're going to kind of stabilize out with the Juno and the Anangreas. And then I guess this is going to be kind of a control. Yeah, I guess this is a control matchup, I guess. Alrighty, here we go. All right, as good as Anangrea is, I think we can just go ahead and use the Juno here. Yeah. Wasn't 100% sure there which one was the best between the two of those, but I'm alright with this. Alright, my opponent is probably going to end up playing the Legendary for 5 mana that deals the 7 damage to everything. There it is, everybody. I called it. I can see the future. Getting pretty good at calling how what's going to happen. Okay, they're going to try to kill me here. Okay. Alright, now what do we want to do? Juan is probably coming out next turn. Going to have to be the Anangrea here, it looks like. I don't really need to do the evolution. I don't know, I am getting really low on life, though. I hate that I have to do this, but... oh, I guess I have to do it. It's just, he could evolve it. He could just use a regular evolution and get in next turn with it. So we are going to have to do that, I think. Get me in our sigil, what the heck, why not? Yo, isn't this good? Isn't this strong, getting these 3/3s out every turn? Yeah, in this match I was just... oh, Olivia is what they're going to use. Wow, that's interesting. Olivia. I was not expecting that with the filled out. That's strong. That's very strong. Quan is still going to be really good, though, I'm pretty sure, against it. Ouch, that hurts. Cerberus is going to be the thing that's going to kind of take me out here. I guess this is going to be the end of the win streak, it looks like. All right, I think it's got to be Quan here. Fortunately, it doesn't really occur that well against this thing, right? We are going to get a 3/3 at the end of the turn. Remy is actually just kind of better against this board. The Quan, it just doesn't... all I'm left with is a Quan afterward. Whereas with the Remy, I'm left with, yeah, this is actually just better, I think. Let's go ahead and play this. Isn't that kind of crazy? That's crazy how good Remy is. All right, do that. Go ahead and do this. This card is, I'm going to be really interested to see how I'm going to modify this deck for the next set, which is coming up pretty soon already. Kind of unbelievable, isn't it? But, alright. That dies. Do that. And we're still going to get 1 more. 3/3 gold. Isn't that so strong, everybody? For 5 mana, the Alchemist. Kind of starting to feel like this Juno is like one of the most underrated cards in the game. Of course, as Remy curses, which is not allowed on YouTube. Like, how did they let... oh, man. Okay, that hurts. 3 damage. I think, unfortunately, I just got a little too low. To the point where I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually survive anymore. I have the ability to not die probably from like direct attacks, or at least it's gonna be kind of challenging. But yeah, like Cerberus kills me. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm just dead here. Just got a little bit too low. Basically, I was just kind of missing some of that. Oh, hold on a second here. All right, everybody, we're going crazy mode. I don't think I've ever done this before. Have I ever done this? I'm sure we're dead next turn, but hey, I don't know. Does this do anything? I don't know. I'm sure I'm dead. So, but yeah, what do y'all think about that Juno Alchemist? Oh, okay, Juno, or sorry, Olivia. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I was gonna say it was gonna be good enough just to force out the super evolution. Are you kidding me? You get everybody? Play to your outs, everybody. Repeat after me. Play to your outs. I cannot believe. I just want to be kidding me. 5-match win streak. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How did I win that, everybody? How? All right, everybody, 5-match win streak in Group Diamond. 4 out of the 5 at least were in Group Diamond. Can we make it 6? Insane. All right, we are up against Portalcraft. This has been a very, very difficult matchup for me, which is not good when it's like the best deck in the game probably right now. All right, Witch's New Brew. Always happy to play that on first turn. We're going second. I mean, honestly, I really love this stuff. Oh gosh, everybody, I'm gonna be a gambling man here. Probably massive mistake because unfortunately the Portalcraft, they always have like some pretty good couple first turn cards. And ends up pushing a couple damage through if I have these kind of unlucky starts like this. I mean, it wasn't really unlucky. I chose to keep all this stuff. Probably going to unfortunately end up being a mistake because they'll probably poke me a few times. Ooh, I don't know. There's the Remy. Got the Divine Thunder. Okay. All right, everybody. Maybe I can do this. So I basically just end up missing kind of one turn really in the end. All right, maybe I can do this. These Portalcraft decks really are just so ridiculously strong. I mean, it does truly kind of feel like they just kind of get like every tool at kind of maximum power possible. So like even here, let's see what they do. They've got like, for example, the thing that makes 2/3/3s. Okay, they're gonna go for the Medical Grade Assassin and an Enhanced Puppet. Ridiculously strong. I mean, it's kind of OP. This is kind of OP. It's like Ramy should be one of the best turn 4 plays in the game, and it still basically pretty much loses to the Medical Grade Assassin. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, honestly. And then this is how I lose to this deck, like pretty much basically every time. All right, we have to stem the bleeding as much as we can. Next turn, we'll just Anangrea to take out the Medical Grade Assassin, so it doesn't really matter. So we just want to stem the bleeding if we can. We also keep them off of the evolution of that. And unfortunately, we're just going to take so much damage that the Orcus is just going to kill us. So this is going to be another loss to Portalcraft, a very textbook loss to Portalcraft. Unfortunately, it's looking like, yep, they're going to push for 6, and then there's just no way to get past the Orcus. Now, technically, with this Sage Light, we are going to get to get 4 life back. The Sage Light has been one of the only ways I can actually kill these Portalcraft players. Sometimes I survive through the Orcuses. All right, so here comes the Anangrea, as I said. Very, very strong. The unfortunate thing is just like I said, it's just kind of textbook, unfortunately, at this point. I'm actually, I've just taken so much damage, I'm actually going to leave the 5-1 out there still. And I think this is just a better board in general. But yeah, fortunately, now that I'm actually in the highest rank now, Diamond group, fortunately, I'm going to be able to actually get some experience, more experience against this deck to try to hone this deck a little more to be able to combat this deck. The main reason I always lose is because exactly what happened in this match happens exactly the same every time. They're able to always push through some damage early. Yes, I was too greedy this game. I shouldn't have kept all the stuff I kept in my hand, probably. I was just too greedy. I got to try to mulligan to be able to fend off the early game, and probably, honestly, just put more early game in this deck, just period. Here, I'm actually thinking I could actually get the Divine Thunder out and then get the Sage Light to put me to 11. I could at least, like, sort of survive an Orcus. Then next turn, I can Quan. I could also do Anangrea. Divine Thunder is really good against Orcus afterwards, to be honest. But I've also got the William Mysterium student. He's pretty good against, I think, also. So, yeah, I'm not happy about this, but this is just kind of how this game played out, so it is what it is. Otherwise, the Orcus is just going to get pretty much a guaranteed kill on me if I don't do that. Okay, this is not going to really go as well as they want it to go, probably. Especially if they super evolve here, they basically are just kind of like wasting the super evolution, I'm pretty sure. Because they're not going to get the 2 points. Okay, they were wise to not do that. And then I think we just played the William, maybe? Or do we go ahead and play the Quone? I do actually just go ahead and play this now, yeah. Yep. All right, let's do it.
To the edge of what's known.
is it possible? This is the unfortunate thing about Portalcraft. It's like any other deck you go against, you end up with this board state, and you kind of feel like there's a chance you could win maybe. But you go against Portalcraft, and it's just like with the Orcus is just like there's never any way to get out. I always lose to it like this way, and which is why I guess, you know, this version of the deck, unfortunately, as I understand it, the RuneCraft decks that have actually done pretty well have all been kind of spell focused, like basically going all in on spell boost, and I think it's because of you just the only one that can actually compete with the good Portalcraft decks, I think. This version I've been playing has just really been struggling. All right, well, we get a little bit of a brief reprieve here. I'm going to end up throwing out the Anangrea, which means I'm going to try to basically fill my hand up with other stuff and spell boost it. Basically, my only way of winning is probably, as always, the Ruler of the Kti's Victory. So we're going to have 5 mana plus 3, so I'm going to end up cycling through all of this. All right, and since that's the case, we'll go ahead and just start with this first to try to get as much spell boost stuff in our hand as we can here, while we continue to just cycle through everything. This Juno may not be too bad, actually, to actually use my final evolution on, as probably kind of surprising as that sounds. So how do we win this match? Like, basically, our opponent has to not draw into basically like 2 Orcus, because if they draw 2 Orcus, they've got the 2 super evolutions, and yeah, I mean, how do we fight through that? As always, well, we can't, and like pretty much almost no deck can in the game. That's why it's probably, you know, potentially, likely, probably kind of overpowered. All right, we can fight through that. So I don't know if we can basically win against that. So what we have to do is pretty much win with these dimension climbs, and it's going to come down to popping that 10/10 out to try to win the game. So what I may try to do is kind of set up to where, like, for example, like next turn, you know, maybe I could potentially kind of clear their board with like a William and then dimension climb into the 10/10. But we've already got kind of a problem on the board right now, which is probably going to force us to have to go ahead and William this turn. We can also Juno to try to, that may end up being our super evolution here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be forced to William this turn because they just got us too low. Yeah, we are going to be forced. So let's just go ahead and get the William out. I'm going to go ahead and draw. Oh, baby. Can we win? Can we do this? Can we win? Oh, this is going to be insane. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Very smart play from our opponent, to be honest, actually, because that lets them draw into the 10 damage next turn. Although it's going to depend on like their draw and stuff like that. So all right, everybody, here we go. We also get to clear their ruler off the board. If I'm able to draw into basically one, oh, well, actually I can't draw it into anymore because my deck is going to be gone. But I actually have a win here. I can draw into the thing that puts them to 1 health, which is such a hilarious victory to get when you get it. Give me a sub, guys. All right, if you're watching this, if you enjoyed any of the videos, if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, everybody, if I don't earn it with this victory here, I don't know how to earn the subscription, everybody. What am I doing on YouTube? Oh my gosh. Comment what you think. What are you guys enjoying on YouTube for Shadowverse these days? Like the video. Oh, did I earn a sub yet with that? Come on, y'all. Throw me the sub with that victory. That's ridiculous. 6-match win streak, everybody. This is going to be how we're going to end the month for month 1 of Shadowverse. We got pretty lucky, though, to be honest. Dodged the Orcuses. Oh my god. That was too good. That was too good. I'm going to be laughing about that one still today later.